What's up, everybody? This is the TheHexedMan, and today we've got a very special video. This is... It's more of a re-reaction, because this is Volume 5, Chapter 1 of RWBY. And I keep getting a weird pop-up. There it is, go away. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna be... No, don't play yet, you son of a jerk. Right, everything's going wrong right now. Yeah. RWBY, Volume 5, Chapter 1, Welcome to Haven. So, again, I saw this in theaters, but I haven't watched it since. And it was really fucking good. I'm sure I've missed plenty of stuff, and hopefully I'll catch it this time around. But I'm going to be watching it again with you guys, and reacting and commenting. I should be able to comment a little more, since I've already seen it, and I have at least somewhat of structured thoughts in my head. But yeah, let's get into it. RWBY is created by Rooster Teeth, and and Monty obviously. Rest in peace. But with that, let's play this episode. 3, 2, 1, play. I don't have Ruby Chibi to work as a sync point anymore.
It's about time.
The comedy is on point in this episode.
Whose idea was it to walk again?
Well, we did face many obstacles. Broken airships, destroyed settlements.
Oh, and, you know, all those people and monsters that tried to murder us.
Yeah,
We were fine. Only one of us almost died.
2 of you.
Hey.
Yep, exactly.
So how much farther to Haven Academy?
Almost there. I'd have figured I'd take you kids on the scenic route.
It's funny that he takes them on the scenic route, despite the fact they're in a hurry. And then we come up to it. Boom.
This is awesome!
That's certainly something.
Oh my gosh, look at all the weapons!
This is one I'm sure I missed some stuff on.
Anything, whether they should or not.
Like those guys in the background over there.
We really made the most out of these mountains.
Every inch.
Because
And stay away from the lower levels. The higher
obviously I saw the
closer it gets.
couple there.
And we are going up!
Kind of loud, actually. Let's turn that down a
So-
bit.
How much farther?
We're in the home stretch now.
Kind of sucks that
No more
we
stops from here to Mistral.
only got this
It's a long
much
trip.
of Weiss.
Keeping us off the radar's been harder than I thought. Lots of air traffic around northern Anima.
I mean,
It's
she's like
fine.
never been my favorite,
I
but
just hope I haven't been a burden.
You and your money are more than welcome on this ship, kid.
Is everything okay?
I don't know. Still over Lake Matsu. Shouldn't be picking up broadcasts this far from Mistral. Someone must be close.
Mayday! Mayday! We're a small passenger flight and our Huntress is down! We aren't equipped to deal with this!
Oh, man.
The Grim hit us 400 clicks north of the southern shoreline.
see, there's still some of that stuff that I can't make out.
If anyone can hear this...
We're going to help them, right?
Nope.
What? No. I'm trying to avoid them.
But they'll die.
And that you can see how much she's
She turned off the
changed.
transmission. I'm sure someone else did too. Besides, this is a cargo ship. She's not much good in a fight.
So if that was season
Finish
1
this
Weiss,
job.
I'm not gonna say she wouldn't feel guilty,
Sorry,
but
kid.
I don't think she'd have as
Ship,
much of a problem
My rules.
leaving those people. I'm sorry, my throat's really dry. Then we're in Haven. I'm probably gonna say this throughout this video, but this episode is gorgeous.
We made it.
Then we have the suspicious crow. Because as we will hear, no one's here.
Hello? Maybe try louder?
There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Well, I guess school isn't really in session right now. Maybe that's it.
No, this isn't right. Come on.
I was kind of hoping we would get to see Haven when school was in session. But I guess this makes it convenient so I don't have to introduce too many new characters.
Get ready. There could be trouble.
And this part is fucking great. It's like Professor Port when they said he was old.
Crow! For crying out loud, nearly scared me half to death!
Me? Why weren't you waiting for us at the entrance?
Oh, right. Apologies. I guess time...
That's the question. Did they arrange that ahead of time, that he was supposed to meet them at the
Where
entrance?
is everybody?
Because, like,
Ah, you must be the student.
I wouldn't be just standing at my door all day,
Yes, sir.
waiting for company, if I didn't expect it.
Nor Valkyrie.
Hi, Ren.
Pleasure to meet you all.
The camera's a little off.
Leonardo Lionheart at your
Nope.
service.
Wait, wait.
I'm afraid most of my staff is currently away until classes resume, but...
What? Leo, you can't be serious. Who's guarding the relic?
Crow, the children!
Already know.
Think of the
What
children.
do you mean your staff is away?
You filled them in?
So, is this not going at all like anyone thought it would?
And now we are in Menagerie. In this fucking hilarious scene.
Unbelievable!
Total garbage. We can't let them get away with this.
Well, at least you two can finally agree on something.
Guys, everything's gonna be okay.
I'm sorry, when Son is angry and he's yelling. Again, all I can picture
Good evening,
is
miss.
freaking,
Can I get you anything?
like, rage quit
Just
or
a
something.
little time to myself, if that's all right. Sure thing. Just call if you need me.
I could, like, hear Michael just, like, your generation like, total garbage.
You need better security. Please, I just need to talk.
I mean, there's not really too much I want to
You
say about
fault
this
today,
scene,
Ilya.
but it is nice.
Corsic and Finnick blamed you. We confronted them tonight and they denied knowing anything, and everything we found on your scroll, they talked about how disappointed they were to hear that you'd sided with Adam.
It's nice to know that all the
Both
scenes
know
from
you're
the
guilty.
trailer were, like, from episode 1. All but, like, 2 or 3.
That scroll might not have been enough to lock them up, but it's enough to sway the Faunas here. When we go public tomorrow, they're not going to stand for any of it. And neither should you.
And I wonder if they told the public all that,
Plan isn't gonna work, Blake.
there'd be an even bigger divide in Menagerie.
Just leave them in
The ones that do side with them anyway, and the ones that don't.
You're going to have to make me.
That's another good moment.
I know.
Because she's not running away. Which makes it infinitely better than season 4.
I have to say, Crow, this all seems very reckless, even for you.
No, reckless is leaving one of the relics completely unguarded. It's not checking in with Oz for ages.
There was nothing to check in about. Before the fall of Beacon, But since that day, Mistral has been in chaos. Vale wasn't the only kingdom to suffer that night. Everyone was watching. Every house in every kingdom saw that poor girl ripped to pieces, saw monsters crawling over the city, Atlesian knights attacking citizens, and then nothing. You could feel the dread in the air. With all that negativity, you can imagine what it was like when the Grim came for us.
Yeah,
Mistral's controlled territory is the widest reaching in the world, you know, and that makes it infinitely harder to protect. We lost so many great huntsmen, teachers from this fine institution, and it's only gotten worse.
What do you mean?
Grim, did you hear
We
him?
have dealt with the Grim, but the Mistral Council's still at odds with representatives from Atlas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Embargo. Now it's the closing of borders. I'm not sure what happened to James in Vale, but it seems to have only worsened some of his more unfortunate tendencies.
That's somebody we didn't get to see is Ironwood.
We still don't know where the Spring Maiden is.
All the more reason we need the huntsman and huntresses here.
Okay.
See, that's the thing I don't get, is
They're bad.
Crow's acting like he doesn't know who the Spring Maiden is,
Figure this out. Why is the Spring Maiden so important?
and then after the spiel, he knows what the Spring Maiden is.
Mostly filled in. Look, there's a lot to cover,
You know?
okay? I quit teaching for a reason.
And back to the booze.
The four maidens each have the power to perform feats of magic. And they are the only ones capable of reaching the relic.
And boom, finally, more Maiden and Relic knowledge.
The relics are each locked inside a chamber that can only be opened by a specific maiden. Winter for the gift of creation, summer for destruction, fall for choice, and spring for knowledge.
I think it's funny that winter is creation and summer is destruction.
Spring is the problem.
Like, I feel like it would be reversed, but if you think about it, Atlas, which would be winter, has all this advanced technology they create. As Refacua, which I would relate to summer, got destroyed, essentially. The Oasis was fucked over. So it makes sense in that way.
There's no telling where she could be now.
I know. At least, I have a pretty good idea.
See?
Are you serious?
First he doesn't know, then he knows.
Exactly good news.
Or,
What are you
knows.
talking about? This is incredible news. After all these years, where?
I did some digging around. Looks like after Spring ran away, she was picked up by bandits. Specifically, the Brownwing tribe.
Raven.
Yang's mom?
And another thing. How does Jean know that? I don't feel like Yang would be open enough to tell him that to Jean. Maybe they did, though. Or Ruby did.
That's about where they've set up their main camp. It's where they fall back to after raids and scouting missions. Raven's managed to gain a lot of followers since she returned to the tribe. And I'm sure when the Spring Maiden showed up, it only made things easier.
Well, Crow, I've got to hand it to you. With these coordinates, we can mount a retrieval force.
And we get to see the very first glimpse of treachery from
Few weeks.
Lionheart. Copying files, disconnected.
Leo, maybe you didn't hear me. My sister has the Spring Maiden, and I know where she is.
I don't think he's bad,
We need
though.
to go as soon as possible.
Not per se.
And perhaps you didn't hear me. This kingdom is in shambles. As soon as possible does not mean tomorrow. It means as soon as I can convince the rest of the council that I need huntsmen more than they do.
What does the other council need more huntsmen for?
And tribes aren't very high on their list of priorities when the threat of war is just on the horizon.
And damn the council, we'll do it ourselves. You and I are trained huntsmen, and these kids aren't exactly pushovers.
Yeah!
Perhaps there's a more peaceful way to approach this?
We need to get Spring as far away from here as possible.
Miranda is so
Raven can't
passive.
give up her most prized possession without a fight.
Unfortunately, you and your sister are evenly matched. And
New
I'm not the
knowledge?
fighter I used to be. No offense, but these students and I can't take on an entire bandit tribe and a maiden that's no doubt had years to hone her skills.
It could be the unreliable narrator, but we now know crows are on the same street as Raven. Or Ravens are the same street as crow.
One shot at this.
Maybe that's that thing from the trailer.
To be perfect.
You know, Oz wouldn't be happy with any of this if he were here.
Perhaps you're right, but he's not. I'm doing the very best I can.
There has to be something we can do.
What about Cinder? She came with Emerald and Mercury from Haven. Do you have anything on them?
We pulled their files after the fall of Beacon. Nothing but lies and forgeries.
And John is mad.
Well, I can't say this has been a warm reunion, Leon.
I'm sorry. I know you've all traveled a long way, but I will do everything I can to help.
Sure. We'll stay in the city for the time being. Local comms are still up. Keep in touch.
That's the send button.
Come on, kids.
It was nice meeting you, Professor.
Likewise.
And now we get the second sign, or the first obvious sign, that he's gone to the dark side.
Theo, we have got to work on your improvisational skills.
The Watts W. 101.
So, what do we do now?
You four head back to the house. I need a drink.
And I love how they incorporated this scene into the volume. The end credits scene from Volume 4, which makes me wonder if they had this episode almost done at that time to put it in there. I mean, probably not voice work or anything, but
Kids in here, Pipsqueak.
animation.
Shut up, I'm getting there.
I mean, obviously they had the voice work for this, but Vic and Al.
Supposed to tell you.
Vic and Al. Ed and Al
Like my cane back?
talking. I'd like my cane back, and Crow's just like, man, I'm way too drunk for this shit.
It's good to see you again, Oz.
I never really realized how big that cane is compared to him.
Aren't you a little young to be drinking?
Oh, water. It's hot out.
Oh, sure. Are you telling me you're too young to drink?
Then there's the
You look like a regular huntress.
annoying Gavin,
That.
or the Gavin lookalike.
Seriously. Not too bold.
Glad I'm not the only person who thought that when I first saw him.
You're...
Just right. Yep. Like I said, I'm good.
She's not porridge, though.
And your hair.
Yeah, that's what you done, goof. I'm not a fan of this scene. Or this particular part. It's way too Looney Tunes for me. Like, in the theater, I had to stop, go, really, and then laugh.
He's been driving me crazy.
And I like that her hand is all shaky. So yay, hopefully we're not just going to gloss over the PTSD problems that you set up.
So, what brings you around these parts?
Thanks. And I'm, looking for someone.
Not many people come out here, too far from the kingdoms. Only person worth noting around here is, well,
Raven Bronwyn. Thanks again.
Now, Missy, you don't want to go messing with bandits. They're a world of trouble.
So I hear.
The hair flip before she gets on.
Hey, girlie.
Seriously? This isn't over?
I heard you're looking for someone.
And I love that he's still missing that tooth. And now for probably the best scene in the whole freaking episode, for me at least. I'm glad they don't just like go up to the door like, what's up? Because they are in Mistral and they don't know anybody here. And Crow wouldn't knock.
Can I help you?
Yeah. Is there a ruby rose here?
Instant alarm.
Well...
And...
I think her uncle could use some help.
Oh.
Drunk Crow is best Crow.
What is going on out there? Can't a girl read her comics in peace?
The facial animations are just so on point this season.
Maybe.
You have silver eyes.
That's not creepy at all, Oscar.
Who are you?
Well, my name is Oscar Pine.
Wait for it.
You probably know me as Professor Ozpin.
I did it!
Now we've got this opening, which is growing on me. I haven't watched it enough to really say whether I really like it or don't, but it's definitely growing on me. But yeah, I mean, it's like, Crow, you didn't find Ozpin. Ozpin found you. You were getting piss-face drunk. Piss-face drunk. Shit-face drunk. And what I can presume to be the Spring Maiden. Night! And here's something I'm really happy about. Or excited for. Bam! Rematch. Of course, the openings aren't always reflective of what happens in the volume. But... because, I mean, we never saw Weiss fight Emerald. And I think that was in Season 2's opening. So yeah, I mean, it's not like super reliable, but I'm hoping. Oh, just like Volume 4's is, we never saw Adam and Blake in the same vicinity, much less him trying to fight her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw the Spring Maiden in that opening. And Ilya was, like, I don't want to say worshipping, but, like, praying to that portrait. And, yeah, that's about it. I'm sorry if this one was really boring. I tried to fill in some silence with talking, but I realized I didn't quite do a good job. But next week should be different because it will be completely blind. And by next week, I mean in a couple of days, or in like 3 days for me. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, yeah. It's Wednesday right now. But yeah. Probably the best first episode of a season that we've got, in my opinion. So I'm super hyped for this volume. And I cannot wait to see what's coming next. But this is the TheHexedMan. I'm gonna watch me some RWBY Rewind. So I am out.